Hello and welcome to Sharam's Insane Podcast, the only podcast where something. If you're listening along, and you've been listening along for a while now, basically we have had another rebrand. The collective entity that is me, has had another rebrand for this particular podcast. So originally it was called the Sharam Namdarian Podcast. Wow, what japes, what jests, amazing. Then I changed it to Sharam Namdarian Starts a Revolution. A fun thing that was a podcast premise where I thought that one day I was going to start a revolution, but about nothing, basically. So I was like, hey, let's get this idea out there. Let's try and rally the troops for no particular purpose. And I actually thought the podcast premise was going to inspire me to create more episodes and just to keep doing crazy stuff. Realistically, do you know what's more better than that? Just having something to say. And the more I meditate, the more I process my stuff around comedy and the blocks and all that stuff towards it, I realize I literally should just have something to say. Now, that would be cool if I did. Unfortunately, I only have some things to say. So let's see what happens with that. But so I'm currently recording on this. It's the Rode podcasting mic from the good old days that I have. In the future, I want to have a condenser microphone. I want to have like a stage microphone, which I've been working on how to get all that to work. Realistically, the reason why I want to do that is because I want, if I make clips, for it to feel like stand-up comedy clips. Right now, this probably feels like a podcast, which is good, and that's great, but I want people to see it and go, oh, he's a comedy guy, and so that way, when I do clips, they'll see it, and I'm not a podcast guy. I'm a comedy guy doing a podcast. You gotta have the right microphone. So if you're watching along, currently in my car, recording it, and I'm on a busy street, so I probably will have to wave off people trying to take my spot, waiting for me to move, because they'll see me in the car, and they'll be like, oh, this guy, he's about to leave. And guess what? I'm not about to leave. I'm trying to record the next famous episode of Sharam's Insane Podcast, which is whatever this is. Now, I wanted to talk about shock horror. I wanted to talk about AI and stuff like that and the prevalence of it. Dude, there is some moving happening. Like, people are just moving couches, like soft things, couches and mattresses. So, whatever, it's insane. In one of my last episodes, I did an episode of my AI therapy, basically. I did an episode. Oh, Jesus. They just landed. Hey, guys. Just letting them know I'm in the car recording a podcast episode. It's really important. They just dropped the mattress on the car. I mean, it's better than dropping the mattress on a car than a couch. All right. I think that AI... No, fuck AI. It's not to do with AI. It's to do with humans. I think we're going to have, in the future, a gigantic renaissance where people move towards real life things more and more and more. Because right now, we're in an economic crisis. We're in Melbourne where it's winter, so things are cold. People aren't going out to buy things anymore. Businesses and hospitality are probably shutting down more than ever. So people are more particular about what they do. But when they spend less time going out, they spend more time online and AI videos. I think 1 in 3, 1 in 4, 1 in 5 videos on my current Instagram algorithm is just AI content. And so that is weird because we're microdosing connection through the internet. Unlike you right now, who is macrodosing connection. We're microdosing connection through the internet. But now those microdosed connections are being replaced with things that have less human consciousness poured into it. So when officially, we've been, you know the phrase boil the frog? You know, it's like, how do you boil a frog? You put it in cold water and you slowly turn up the heat. Well, we've done the opposite, but with human connection. And it's gonna reach a critical mass where I think people explode and we just need to connect with people. Because we're going crazy. Like, I went for a walk with my partner down to a restaurant. And I spent the time looking around thinking, this is crazy. Did you know there's like a thing here? There's a restaurant there. And I've been there before. Like, my brain is so fucked up from being chronically online all the time that when I walk down a new street that I'm unfamiliar with, my brain goes, this is crazy. Did you know that stuff existed in real life? And I bet you I'm not the only one whose brain is fucked from the sheer relentless crap I cram into it, unlike what you are doing now, because you are cramming the good stuff in your brain. It is crazy. It's insane. It's so just like, I don't know how to even put it into words, which I'm trying. So, like, I did this episode maybe 2 episodes ago of Will AI Therapy Fix Me? Now, what you don't know, unless you've seen me perform, is I was trying to get a bit to work about how much I did AI therapy since that episode. I did 4 to 5 sessions a day for a month and a half solid. And let me tell you this, there was diminishing returns. There was. It wasn't all good. It wasn't all emotional healing. I got attached to the process and I started telling myself it was working when realistically 1 out of 30 sessions I did actually had some benefit. But I was addicted to the possibility that I could streamline and outsource and speed up the process of my meditation. And you know what's crazy? Actually sitting and meditating was far more effective than all the sessions I'd done, because the foundations and the growth that I created on an internal basis is real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the one digesting. I had a shout out to Ash Filzamine, who was in an early episode of when it was, I think, the first or second episode of Sharam Namdarian Starts a Revolution. After a gig, which I bombed at, Ash, this was the breaking point of the AI therapy. I drove Ash to the Comics Lounge, and he broke down my bomb faster, more powerfully than what I had done. And I was like, I want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy who externalizes my thought. I want to be that guy who can think so powerfully that I literally juice the essence of life in every moment. And I can see it and feel it because I myself am the engine. And so ironically, hey, here I am putting a podcast out. Because you gotta make a podcast. You gotta have the right microphone. But it's insane. I think we are in a phase where technology is moving faster than ever and we don't know how to handle it. And so there is going to be a thing where people will eventually spontaneously, almost all at once, like a fake roaring 20s, shift to real world things over a preference of digital things. And so stuff like this is good because there still will be a purpose for it, but we won't put so much pressure on it. Like there is I saw a hipster cinema. That plays movies from the 1930s. And I was like, this is crazy because you could easily stream these movies. But you know what's better than streaming the movies? Going to it where it's separate from you and actually like having a time and a place and a presence and an experience and a memory. We're microdosing connection without the keyest part, which is presence and locations. Here I am in my car. There we go. I'm trucking whatever. Oh man, this is crazy. We're in a weird world. Like I walked past a piano bar and everyone was going crazy in the piano bar. Like, absolutely, like they were having the best time of their lives. And the street was dead. Like, what is that? And why was I not in the piano bar? Why was I so brain fucked that I'm like, I gotta get home so I can sit on my phone and pretend I'm connecting with the wider world? What is that? And why am I trying to start a podcast in a world where I'm like, I don't know if, like, we need more in-world things. It's an arms race between the digital and the physical, and the digital is winning. I'm not saying no digital. What I'm saying is more physical things. It's hard. We've lost the muscle. We've weakened. COVID hit, at least in Melbourne. We lost that muscle. I think some of the stuff is some of the reasons why we have a preference for digital connection these days. And I could just be shouting this out into the universe and being the only one who has this. I don't know. Please let me know. Like, but I could be the only one who is like people. You could be listening to this and think, oh, he is fucked. He does need more, like, touch grass, bro. Like, he does need more time out. And I do spend a lot of time out. I do comedy. I'm out all the time. Family, friends, stuff like that. But the time I have to just be blank out and stare and look at my phone is so intense that I myself am like, this is crazy. Did you know you can walk down a street and there's restaurants you've never been to before? Like, what is this? What is this? What is the world we've created? Are we happy with this? Is this what we want? I don't know if this is what we want. Anyway, this is Sharam's Insane Podcast. Let me know if you like the title. If you have any other suggestions, let me know. At this point, I'm not even sure it counts or matters. Like, I can just do it over and over again, change it. Like, you're going to be in your Spotify and be like, oh, I don't remember subscribing to this, but I know that guy. It's just me. I want the podcast to be funnier, but that will happen as I get funnier. I want you to be like, this is insane. And I want to just sort of capture the zeitgeist of the moment and stuff like that. But if you like this podcast, let me know. And if you didn't, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm now going to do on video a quick thing, like a quick pose for the thumbnail. All right. Thank you for listening.